It's a sign familiar to most of us, since there seems to be one on every corner. The greens, the whites, the lady in the center with her long flowing hair. But look a little closer, this iconic Starbucks image has a twist.
The lived reality of Northwest Coast First Nations is that most of them live in urban centres, and what's that experience like with the traditional background that they have? How is that coming through in their work?
This piece by Coast Salish artist who, along with 3 other Coast Salish artists, is part of Urban Thunderbirds' Ravens in a Material World exhibit at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria.
And one of the intentions is to reflect more of a contemporary urban reality for Coast Salish people and First Nations people in general.
Growing up in Seattle, he moved to BC, finished his degree, and then realized that this is what he wanted to do.
As an artist, I've always been influenced by the art forms and traditions of other cultures, so I try to infuse that in some of my work.
His work is symbolic, whether it's Idle No More or an Aztec calendar or the Starbucks lady he designed 10 years ago but finally made for this exhibition. But it's not just about infusing different cultures or urban and traditional, it's also about trying new materials like acrylic.
Coast Salish art is an art tradition that stretches back maybe like 2,000 or 3,000 years. So when you put like 2 decades or 3 decades into that context, acrylic on canvas is a really new medium to the art tradition.
And this exhibition also showcases new artists like Dylan Thomas.
I apprenticed under Randy a few years ago, which was like one of the biggest steps I ever took in my art career. And Leslie has been somebody who's helped me out when I was a young artist as well. So it was really fitting that those 2 were doing the show with me.
While this room is full of symbols and shapes, step into the other half of the exhibition and it's a totally different experience. Randy Cook and Francis Dick are the artists. While Dick featured people and stories, Cook focused on some of the issues involving First Nations right now, from the Enbridge pipeline to the materialistic world we live in to the Vatican Church. It's through his eyes and vision.
Visually, each space has a very different feeling, but I think similar things, storytelling is a big part of what both rooms are conveying.
And whether you call this contemporary or you call it traditional, there is one way to look at it.
Me and Randy actually had discussions about what is contemporary, what is traditional really, because everything that's considered traditional now at one point probably was considered outside the box.
The exhibit runs until January 12th at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria. There will be numerous programs happening during this time, so visit the website for more information. In Victoria, I'm Sucheta Singh.